Hello everyone, I'm just going to be doing a little adjustment to the screen here so I can bring on my special guest. What would that be under? No capture. Yeah. You have no camera on?
Nope, no camera. I'm in my pajamas. I'm in my writing uniform. Hello, Sap and Stars. How are you?
Oh, wait a minute. You're not on. Are you muted?
I shouldn't be. Nope, I'm not muted. Is my thingy not plugged in? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Stupid thing. I'm not plugged in. No, I'm not going to be on camera today because I am in my writing uniform, which is to say a pajama top and jeans, right? So, good evening, Angst. Hello, Sap and Stars. Been a while. Good to see you.
Hello, Angstase. I am sorry that I have missed pronouncing your name. I did go to your site and learn how to pronounce it.
Angst has been like rocking the word count today.
Yeah, here.
Absolutely kicking butt.
No, I don't believe it is optional, really. I mean, you can shorten it and say angst.
I don't know about that. I think if we were to add them up like together, it'd probably be comparable. So, I mean, I got a good start on the first day, but, you know, other than that, it's just a matter of stubborning on. Yeah, and thanks for the follow since last time we broadcast, Buckled Storm. Welcome. For those of you who are looking for, what's everybody's daily word count goal? Well, you know what? My word count goal is 1,667.
67 words, yep.
Because I try to pace myself. If I do better than that, awesome. That means I've front loaded and I'm happy about it. Yes, comparison is a trap. Do not compare. Yes. but I'm, kind of blowing that out of the water with this Game of Tones thing. I feel so driven to make sure that my house makes a good showing so that we at least aren't the first ones out, that I'm writing like a psycho.
Okay, there's a sprint timer for everyone, right? Because we will be collecting points during this stream, but I won't be sprinting because this is an Ask an Old GM stream.
Yeah, sorry guys, if you're talking in the chat at the moment, I have to reload the manager, the stream manager, so I will miss.
Yeah, Seven Stars just said very nice sprint time.
Yes, if you're also looking for a writing based stream right now, Masadi's is
Oh,
live.
Masadi's is live, eh?
Yes, right, and they are collecting points for Game of Tones as well, and they are doing sprints. So I will
Yeah, put their
name or yeah, the link in the
link in the
chat
chat.
that you can check them out. This was the first time I'd followed before, but this was the first time I had checked out their stream today, and they seem like really nice people. Well, she seems like a really nice person. Herself as Misa, so all right. Oh, that's not the right link. Damn it! You need another W in that. Okay, we'll redo this. Thanks, Taze is sorting out family dynamics for all the 23 kids she first named while avoiding writing today. Procrastination. I mean, this is like, the bunny house trait, right? So,
Yep. Can't really get on her for that.
nope, nope, fit right in. Semi productive procrastination, which is a bonus. Hey, that's all part of the process, right? Yeah, mostly I'm here today because I have purchased mercenary services from, was it
Dads?
Daz? I think it was Daz that I purchased mercenary services from, but I owe a critique.
Mm-hmm.
So I am here to do it.
Yeah, we're gonna put it up on screen if Daz comes in and run a sprint timer and do it.
Well, the screen keeps freezing for me on the manager. I hope it's not doing it for everybody else.
I'll check my. Doesn't say I'm dropping any frames. Apparently, it seems fine on the.
Okay, good. So it's totally me. Angst says I don't want an unrealistic number of couples and parents, though my polycule count may be high, and I'm willing to accept that. Fair enough. I'm trying to reload yet again.
Saboteur says it looks fine from there.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, DM Stretch, how you doing, mate?
Morning, how goes the adventure with the boiler?
Oh, his boiler's gone, eh?
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's why I didn't
that's
stream
why.
the past couple of days here.
That's why he has no heat.
Yeah, fair enough there, Angst. Such a low incidence that with 124 adults, zero might be a more reasonable number than two, though good stats are hard to find given legal status. Yep. Aw, boiler's still not fixed, needs a new fan. Boo!
Ooh. What a time for your boiler to go, man, right in the middle of winter. At least it's not January.
Okay, this is absolutely not going to run your video today.
Okay.
It totally refuses. So,
Well, piss on it.
yep, you'll just have to tell me if anything important is going on. Hank says, so I'm going with 15 couples, a triad, and a quartet. Some of whom will probably not be on screen, but shrug. Well, at least you know what's going on so that if you have to interact with them, then you can.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to know that kind of stuff. I have to start. One thing I got to do probably for World Ember is I got to start keeping track of all my frickin' characters. This is
Yeah.
space opera. The protagonist, it's a long series of books. The protagonist goes between a lot of different locations. Some of these people have nothing to do with each other. Some of these people come in and out of the story, you know.
Yeah, some of these people literally have nothing to do with the whole book, and he'll interact with 40 people that have nothing to do with the 40 people in the last book.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So I really got to start putting it down where I can keep track of everybody's name,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
gotta help you with that.
and where they all are. Yes. Yes,
Yep.
I'm it's getting out of hand. But I mean,
Oh, you got a
the
halogen heater. Okay, that's good. Space
well, I'm
heater.
glad you at least have a warm space there. That's good. Hey, we're having fun. You know what happened to us? Our septic tank backed up. We have to get that flushed. Fun stuff. Woot! So baths at my mom's for a couple days.
Yeah, because our gray water is hooked to our black water now because our gray water tank got roots in it, and
Yeah, went belly up. You know, I live in a very nice location. It's out of town. The suburbs are beginning to creep in on it, but it's like, there's horse fields around us and a nice creek out back. And every year the bears come into the yard to finish the last of the grapes, right? But the house that we rent is garbage. It is so horrible. Ah, yeah, I we need to move,
yeah,
but I'm too poor to move. To be fair, the rent here is like,
can't be beat.
you know, what's that?
Can't be beat.
Can't be beat. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like, much, much, much cheaper than everywhere else in town right now. So, oh, you didn't know? Oh, that there's a Pathfinder campaign in Toy
oh,
Soldier.
yeah, I Game
Yes,
Master it every Monday there, Sapin Stars.
well, we're
6 to 9 p- p.m. Pacific.
I promise you that I will have the other episodes up very soon. You know what? I think I'm just going to give up on episode 0 at this point and get it when I can,
Yeah,
right? Because the problem was I had to completely remix the audio. But I've got all the other episodes archived on YouTube. They're all there, right? So what I
yeah.
should
And
do
we're
is
moving on
just,
28 next week.
yeah, you're right. It's time we'll just release them and then, put a link. Right, you're a patron, so you'll get a link, and
Yep.
well, I'll put a link up in other places too. But and then yeah, people can catch up. Episode 0 where they met, unfortunately I had to completely remix the audio, and I just haven't had the damn time. Right,
Yeah.
I'm almost finished. I'm about 2/3 of the way through it, but something keeps coming up, right? And now there's Nano, and then there's World Ember, and
Then we might be starting a Star Wars game.
yeah, and you know there's plans of doing, like, a bunch of gaming streams in January with the ASC that we're starting to talk about. So yeah, maybe I'll
Yeah.
just put the rest of it up and get there when I get there.
Yeah. 10 years from now, when people are looking back through the archives of, and finally, session 0.
Yeah, pretty much. I do get everything done eventually. It might take a while.
Just another plot hole.
Yep, that's right. That's it for sure.
because she is a bunny.
Yep.
I even gave her my bunny lighter for the.
Yep, that's right. He did so. And I have a bunny pin with a skull on it.
Yep, that's a gift from the Night King.
It's cute. I think he's trying to entice me to join the undead, but that's not going to happen. At least not this week, I hope. Speaking of which, Game of Tomes news for people who are interested. As of this morning, we have written collectively 194,000 words. That's like 2 to 3 days, right? Depending on what time zone you're in. Right. Actually, the bunny house has caught up a bit. We're like not lagging at the bottom of the pack anymore. I'm not going to say exactly where we are because we don't want to give like obvious results, but woot! Way to go, bunnies! Yesterday, you guys were like kicking ass and taking names, so I feel very good about that personally, right? Chrysalia is a machine.
Oh God, she's.
They have already
insane.
done 40,000 words. 40,000. That's 40,000. You heard that right. Yeah, pretty much, DM Stretch.
Yeah.
I know, right? I know. In 3 days. Yes, 3 days for them because they are in Malaysia, so they are in one of the earlier time zones. Yes. I know, right? Wow. I'm like, okay, I can't even, right? Um, Chris is pretty much carrying their house by themselves, you know, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow. But at 194,000 words collectively, we're all still kicking butt. My goal for us was going to be 1,000,000 words. Yeah, I know, right? Right, DM Stretch? Me too. There's no way I'm ever gonna catch that. My God, right?
Actually, that's not bad. Right, she's
Yeah,
single-handedly carrying her house. At
they.
200,000, that means there's about 30,000 words per house.
Yeah, roughly.
Right?
Yeah,
As soon as one house is eliminated, right, that average 30,000 words over 3 days brings 6,000 words over 3 days higher in each house.
you've done 2,336 words. That's awesome. And
It's
I
awesome,
happen to
dude.
know
That's
that
about
this
a
is your
thousand
first
more than I
nano,
have. It's about a
right?
thousand more than I have, and that's my second nano.
Mm-hmm. So you are doing just fine.
Right. And then we'll kick the Christ out of the living, and we will not let them get the Iron Tome.
Yeah, no, DM Stretch. Caraptera is doing just fine right now. I'm pretty sure that if we keep up at this rate, Caraptera is not going to be in the draft. They are running high. Yeah, well, yeah, right. Like there's a lot of support for Caraptera. That's one
One
thing.
thing,
For
and
another thing,
Siobhan is a
Siobhan is an
machine.
amazing super writer on her own.
She's
Now
a
that she's,
machine too. She's like up in the top 3 writers.
I think so. Yeah, she's actually trying to catch Chris, and this is a realistic goal for
Yeah.
her, right? So, yeah, I wish, right? So, no, Caraptera is not in bad shape at all.
Am I too quiet, guys? And are you picking up a big echo on from Sable?
I need to get back on it, taking a bit of a motivation hit the last couple of days, need to snap out of it. Well, when major house repairs suddenly are required, it tends to damage one's productivity. Mine today has not been that great.
Yeah.
So,
Very small echo. I can hear you like 5% louder. I can hear you though 5% louder would be fine. Okay. That's
the
about
echo,
5% louder. How's that, Slapping
yeah,
Stars?
checking. The echo is kind of unavoidable when we're both in the same room because his mic is apparently really broadly sensitive, but not for him. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't get the mic. It'll pick up farts in the other room, but it won't pick my voice up right beside it.
Very distant television going in the background, so it's totally fine. Is what it sounds like. Okay,
Okay.
all right. This will work.
End of the sprint, guys. If you're sprinting through this stream, feel free to tally up your points and your words and give them to your house. Hey, that's fine. 15 words is 15 words you didn't have before.
That's right.
You know, I did 360 words yesterday, and today I've done about 20. Yeah, voting is going to suck. Where are you voting from there, Satoru? I'm not asking who you're voting for. I don't care. I'm just hoping that you vote.
Today I deleted a paragraph and looked up sea slugs. Well, deleting stuff does tend to be contrary to the point of Nano. You know what I do? I've got like a New Jersey. Okay.
Okay.
Good luck, man.
Good luck, man.
You know, we're kind of holding our breath for you guys here.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you doing? It's 5:30. When are you going to vote? The polls close in 2.5 hours. Are you in line?
Sap says, very true, but I'll get to the massive history timeline in another article on another day. I can just hint at things and it'll do for now. Yeah, I hear you, Satoru. This is going to be a crapshoot. Fair enough.
Yeah. Did you have to work, mate? Weren't you the one that was mentioning that this is the first Tuesday you've ever had to work? I don't know if that was you who was mentioning that.
Yeah, plus isn't it just more fun to say, and then after God died, blah, 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 not explain it? Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying, eh?
Right.
Yeah, his boss said, oh, you got to work tomorrow.
What a prick.
And he's never worked a Tuesday before.
Okay, so here in Canada.
Oh, your mom is your job.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, that's different.
That's different.
I take care of my mom too.
Yeah.
Sometimes she's not convenient when she needs help. You
Yep.
know, that happens. But
Do you use CSS on manuscripts?
there's a slot for the code, but tried to copy and paste them in and didn't see any change. So, no, there is not currently CSS on manuscripts. Right. They are designed to look a particular way. They're supposed to look like ebooks, which they do. They look like professional ebooks. It's very well done the way that they do it, but it kind of limits what you can use. You kind of have to make your thing. If you really want it to look like your thing, your brand, you got to do it in subtle ways, or you got to do it with graphics. Right now, I do a graphic thing where I've got a long starry that I use to split up sections that are in the same chapter.
Yeah, I do
And
that
that works
too
for
with
me.
her graphics since I try and maintain consistency with her stuff.
Which I appreciate. Things should look the same, right? So, is it too late to revoke my civic duty to vote? Yes, it is too late. You have to go vote. Come on, man.
Come on, man, you have to.
People will, like, you know,
People have
people kill and
killed and
die for
died
the
for the
right to
right to
vote.
vote.
Go do it. Especially this election, man.
If you're a felon in Canada, you can vote. Just remember that they take votes to the prison. Hey, Isong, how you doing, hon?
For editing, I have gold text on a black background, but that's it. Yeah, fair enough. I might actually cook dinner in a bit, but the trouble is the kitchen's so damn cold.
Yeah, I hear you, mate. When you get the oven on, though, it will warm it up. Turn your oven on. Yeah, if you're currently infected with coronavirus, you can vote.
But I don't like either of the choices. Fine, I'll just vote right in. I don't blame you for not liking either of the choices, man. I don't.
It's cool, man. Downvote. Right? You know, if you don't like,
yeah.
Okay, starting my sprint. If you don't like Joe and you don't like Donnie, Don't vote for president. Vote for your local governors and whatever else is up. Right? Down ballot, yeah. And just leave it blank or write in a vote. Make a protest vote. Right? In Britain they have the what is it, the something loony party. Right? And they're totally crazy, these guys. Right? They're a throwaway vote for everybody. They've got MPs like Lord Buckethead.
Yep. Okay, so those of you doing sprinting, the sprint is
Is
about to start
starting
again.
again, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Bob.
Oi, Bob. Be right back, turning oven on. Yeah. Get it warmed up in your kitchen before you go get some din din. You got an infestation in your apartment. Your apartment management has refused to address, and you're done. Uh
Fair
huh.
enough. Zan Academy for the Arts, two on the nose.
Two on the nose or two on the nose. Zan Academy for the Arts. Suppose it's better than the Bach Academy for the Arts.
Yeah, at least not the Kazan
Yeah.
Academy.
Well, in our Canadians in Space game, I named one of the military academy General Arthur Curry's.
Yep, that's right. That's the military academy you go to in our Canadians in Space campaign. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Which is a shameless self plug.
Yep.
Because he was my great grandfather.
The thing about that campaign, it's a mech warrior campaign, right? And basically, he's like, "Hey, I'm kind of in the mood to play mech warrior. You guys interested in that?" I'm like, "Sure." And he's like, "So what faction do you want to be from?" Because of course they got their factions. Sorry, excuse me. Right? And I'm like, none. I don't like any of them. Right? you know and then he's like, well, I don't know, I mean, the Davians pretty close. And I'm like, the problem with the Davians is that they're Americans in space. I'm tired of Americans in space. Everything's always Americans in space in science fiction. You know what? I want Canadians in space. Right, so that's the name of the campaign. And we're from a planet called New Canada, and it's all Canadian culture. It's within the Davian space area, but kind of on the border, tends to be kind of disregarded, right? It's pretty cool. I should give my grandpa a little cameo. Sure, why not? Esong says it's been a problem since before summer camp. Someone else was evicted for starting the whole mess, but they're renting out apartments without resolving the issue. Well, that's not acceptable. Sable, are there any special prayers rights you can offer to help make the count in the US go the right way? Dude, I have been doing magic for the past 4 years. I am exhausted now. The problem is there are people also doing magic the other way, but I am working on it.
The Witch Network is on it.
It is happening.
Canadians want to see Trump go bye bye. In general, we are so left of the United States. It's not even funny. Right? Bernie is barely left here. Right?
No, Bernie's about
Top top
tie.
right of the NDP.
Yeah,
left of
left of the
liberals.
liberals. Yeah.
Yeah, left wing of the Liberal Party. Right here.
100% agreed, Angst. I don't know if anybody else saw that, but Alexander James Adams held a
Yeah,
Samhain
election
concert.
of Cambridge. Yeah.
Yeah, I did a filk, the election of Cambridge, which is a filk of his own song, March of Cambridge. And oh my god, it was great.
Well, we've been telling anybody if you're a teacher or a scientist or anything like that, we're always looking for those kind of people here in Canada.
I have good feelings, but I'm an optimist about these things. Yeah.
Well, all the polls say that it should be okay. Unless he actively steals it, in which case the democracy's dead there, anyways, and hopefully your military will remove him, take him out back, and shoot him in the head.
Okay.
Like they do
Well,
with
if he
dictators.
refuses to leave if he's been elected out, then,
Right.
you know.
Like they do with dictators.
Methosola. Hello, nice to meet you. That's a very punny name, and I rather like it.
Methosola. Yeah, that's cool. Welcome. Welcome to Ask an Old GM. I'm an old GM.
Except, of course, like everybody, we're discussing politics
We're
today.
discussing politics, American politics today.
Yeah, like everybody. But yeah, I know what you mean there, stars, for sure. I get very frustrated by if I were in the States, man, I don't know what I would do. And on the other hand, I wish I were in the States and struggling excuse me with the situation because I mean like it has so many long-reaching effects for everybody, right? I don't like. Thank you for the bless you. No matter who wins, we all lose, pretty much. I mean, but the question is whether it's going to be treading water or sinking, right? That's kind of how I would look at it.
I agree, Mythosola. All right. Whoever wins, you lose. Sure, because you got a corporate Democrat or a right wing weirdo, right? You know, it's your choices, and right. It just, I think of what Cenk Uygur says. It's not who you want to win; it's who are you wanting to fight.
Yeah, 100% their stars.
Hmm.
I'd rather fight Biden for the next 4 years. That's the only argument that
Yep,
gave him my vote. If I lived in the United States, I would be
I'd
voting for
vote
Joe Biden,
Joe
and
Biden
that would
too.
be
I'd
the
hold my
reason
nose
why I
and
would do it. That would be what I would be doing, yes.
yeah, half your family have drunk the Trump Kool Aid. That's scary. I feel for you, mate.
Yeah, man, nobody really wants to be there right now.
Yeah. And as far as it goes for people seeking asylum who are in danger in their own countries, Trump wins another 4 years. These people are in danger in their own country.
A lot of people will be, yeah. I think that, like, okay, look, I realize everybody throws terms like fascism and authoritarianism around like they're free, okay? I don't. But what I am is an amateur student of history, right? And I am seeing a lot of things out of the United States government right now that should be worrying anyone.
Yeah.
They look a lot like things that were going on in 1935, if you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of are things going to go to hell or are things going to tread water? I don't think Biden is a prize. I don't approve of most of his politics. He's clearly
A right
sucking
wing
things up,
shithead. He's still right wing. He's just less right wing than they are.
right? But, you know, I don't think it's as bad. That Mr. Trump believes he is above the law. He will do whatever he wants, and nobody will stop him. If he gets another 4 years, then I see little holding that back. And you know what? That's another thing. I don't actually believe that Trump
No,
himself is a
Trump's not a
fascist.
fascist. Trump's just an idiot. He's just being drug around by the fascists that he put in office.
Greedy and self centered. And, you know, I don't know whether it's not bright or naive. It's honestly one of the two, right? And,
Both.
because of his privileged background, right? So he's
Hey, Darth.
manipulatable by people who are fascists. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
How is everyone? Good.
And Stephen Miller is definitely a fascist.
Yeah, legit there, Bob. I agree with what you have to say. Okay, yes, Angstase, you're absolutely right. Canada's official policy sees the U.S. as a safe third country, which would nearly automatically reject an asylum claim from Americans. Yes, that's pretty much true. Furthermore, I don't see this changing in the next 4 years, even if we have full on goose stepping in the streets of the United States. And the reason why I don't is because frankly, Canada can't withstand it if the United States decides to come and pound us into a pulp. It's that simple.
Oh, yeah, the rest of the
You
world
know,
would stand up and fucking free.
no, they wouldn't. Not for us. Nope. They'd be like, well, they were going to be annexed by the little brother. We can't do
I
it,
don't believe that.
right? I Trudeau gets a lot of criticism for reaching out to China, even though China has significant human rights violations and a lot of things we should be taking more exception to. Okay, but I think he's aware that we need some buffer against the empire. That's what I'm saying, right? So no, I don't see a lot of asylum claims being successful, no matter how disastrous it is. Although I do agree with Bob. The beauty of the American system is that you get a chance to fix your f ups every couple of years, and yeah, hopefully it will. And 2 years ago it did start. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
LGBT crowd will have a great chance. Well, it depends. I mean,
It depends on whether we still consider the United States a safe third country or not, right? I mean, like, really, up here in Canada, we're looking at the states going, holy shit, it's Nazis everywhere, right? You guys really, like, your government reminds us of the Nazi regime,
okay, and let's be frank,
right?
that's spreading to Canada,
Yeah, it's
right?
spreading into us. Yes, our Albertans are starting to sound like your Republicans. And MAGA hats everywhere up here, right? It's scary, right? And yeah, we might not consider it a safe third country anymore.
Yeah, there are other immigration options, as Angstase points out, right? If
Yeah,
somebody does want to come up here, there are ways to
there are
do
ways
it.
to do
It's
it, sure.
difficult, but you can.
Like I say, if you're a teacher or a scientist or anything, we're always looking for them.
Yeah, and there's something we have a permanent called a permanent resident status, right? Which is a lot easier to get than Canadian citizenship. You want your best chance? Learn French.
Yep.
If you can speak French and English, that's like huge points. Okay, there's my advice to you: go get Duolingo, learn French.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Oh, we see
Yeah,
Confederate fags up here all the time, zapping stars.
not
Not
as
as many,
many,
but we do see
but we
them.
do. Yeah, Mythosla. Yeah, I agree with you too. Right. I haven't trusted either party for years. Right. They pit us against each other with a dog and pony show to keep us blind to what's really happening, and that's true. And what's really happening is a bunch of people are getting rich on creating policies that favor their corporations. That's what's happening.
Yeah, we weren't slavers, but we
Yeah,
should
pretty
have
well.
been.
You see, what's going on in Canada is that there's a small faction. Okay, the fact is, okay, the United States won't admit to it, but they're an empire. Okay, which is I keep joking that I wish we had the British Empire back because they may have been an empire, but at least in theory, every member of the empire had the ability and right to take their complaints to the queen or the king or whoever was in charge at the time, right? America just runs an empire and then denies all responsibility for running the empire and pretends that they don't have one. They're like, who, us? No, we're going to do the American thing here. America, America, focused on Americans. Only Americans get the right to vote, in our elections, except that they, buy countries' economic systems, overthrow governments, manipulate politics, and steal resources from everywhere else on the damn planet.
All right.
So,
Thanks, Taze, for the immigration information there for people. There you guys go. There's the actual immigration information.
so the fact is, Canada is part of the American empire. We have no choice. You guys are too big and too close, right? We have no way to defend our border, right? If you guys decided to invade, and furthermore, your army is bigger than our population,
Mm-hmm.
right? Your armed forces. So, eh, right? But the thing about that is that some people here recognize that we're part of the American empire and they want to join the fascist movement of being a massive American empire. They don't really want to be Canadians at all. They want to be Americans and they want to be in the in group. So,
Yes, Angstays is right. The UK is way more transphobic than one would think.
yeah, Turf Island, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Others view the identity of Canada as being multicultural, uh, diplomatic, peaceful, and democratic, right? So I can say that the Overton window hasn't been dragged as far in Canada, but it's still being dragged, right? I think that BC's recent election gives me a lot of encouragement because we voted in a massive NDP majority, which, by the way, is basically, it's social
The Social
democrats and
Democratic
democratic
Party
socialists.
and Democratic Socialists in the United States. We just voted them in BC.
Oh God, 100% angst Haze, I'm so behind that. I refuse to allow the trans exclusionary reactionary fuckwits to co opt the term feminism.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, good point. Good point. And furthermore, they're also trying to co opt the term witch. I'm like, don't you even start, bitch. I'll hex your ass. There's real witches here. Yeah, I know. I legit
Yeah,
there.
I know you agree. I know what you were saying, DM Stretch. I know you're much more open minded than that. Yeah, yes, he's from the UK. He agrees they are way less trans friendly there. And he agrees that it happens, not that he agrees with it happening. Right? Yeah.
I'm also encouraged by things like recently our Conservative Party, who are taking a page from Republican
Like
tactics.
Saps and Stars.
Yeah,
Feminist appropriating radical transphobes. Farts.
yep, that works too. But okay, so our Conservative Party, I guess they go to the same meetings as the Republican Party, right? And they tried to borrow a Republican strategy. And what they tried to do was create this great big scandal over this minor charity issue thing that
Yeah.
Trudeau was caught up in, right? And they kept making noises about it, and then they're like, we want to appoint a committee to investigate the whole process, basically turn it into years of Benghazi hearings. And BC can't do this in a parliamental democracy if people know what they're doing. And Prime Minister Trudeau said, all right, that constitutes a no confidence vote in the government. Let's have an election then. And they went, no, 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 we don't want to do that. Yeah, and of course they don't want to do that. And the reason why they don't want to do that is because they lose tragically. The conservatives are in a period of unpopularity right now. Their leader is brand new. Nobody, people kind of know him from other means, but they don't know how he is as a conservative party leader yet. Trudeau is flying high on polls because the government response to the pandemic has been excellent, and they would get crushed. No, what they wanted to do was harass um, the Liberal Party for the next several years and turn it into an election issue and try to stop everything they were doing with these stupid hearings. But this doesn't work in Canada because we have a parliamentary democracy, not a republic.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Masadis. I'm glad you're here to lurk and
Masadi's,
write.
hey.
Enjoy. How did your stream go? I had to leave early, I'm afraid, because we had to get ready for this.
Yeah, we sent people over if they wanted just to write with you, but I don't know if anybody went over. I hope they did.
I think it must be so because we had like 7 viewers and now we have
Yeah,
13.
now we have 13, so.
So it went well. Great. Glad to hear it. I was enjoying it when I was there, having fun.
Mm.
Yeah, okay, and Angsthaze is right. I have to explain what a confidence vote is. Okay, so if um okay, the government isn't technically run by elect people to go and represent your region is how you do it in Canada, ideally. The fact that we have political parties at all is kind of contrary to how the system works, but um and then from those people who have been elected, right, the party with the most seats establishes the prime minister, right? And then he appoints a cabinet from the people who've been elected. And this is the actual government, okay? And the job of everybody else there is to hold them to account, right? If they don't like what they're doing, and enough of them say that they don't like it, then they can hold a no confidence vote, which is to say, we don't trust this government. We want a new government formed, right? And then that
And
they
if
go to
and
the
if they get a
representative.
majority in Parliament saying they have no confidence in the government, then they do this step.
Right, right. And then they basically they petition the Queen or their representative, which is the Governor General, when we're talking about federal government, and say, yeah, we have no confidence in this government. And then the Queen's representative
Says,
say, and there's an election, right? So that we can get a government we do have confidence in,
or if there's enough
theoretically.
seats available that on the other side, right? They say, "Can you form government?" to the other leader, the leader of the official opposition. And if they believe that they have enough seats that they can form government, then they get to form government.
Yeah, so
Right?
basically, we have a speaker of the house, but they're more like a meeting chair, right? And here our speaker, your speaker is a role that's taken up by our official opposition. That's what we call that, right? So, but of course we have more than one political or more than two political parties, so it's kind of complex, right? Sometimes governments don't have enough seats to actually have a majority. The party in charge doesn't have enough seats to have a majority, which is to say they can't just make all the decisions like, the Republicans generally do right now because nobody can stop them.
Right. They have quorum. Right.
Right. Okay. But sometimes they don't have enough to just do it. But sometimes a smaller
Okay,
party
Bob.
will
Talk to you later,
support
mate.
them. Yeah. Good luck. Coalition governments are a pipe dream? Not really. Not really.
Maybe in the
The past.
states, but we just had a coalition government here in BC. I thought we had a majority now.
Yeah.
Oh no, we still have a minority government in.
Yeah, because it hasn't officially changed yet, right? Because all the votes haven't been officially counted yet.
Oh, federal government.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. The federal government is a minority government, so it is a coalition government. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, well, you need more than two parties in order to have a coalition government because you can't have I mean, like when you have a binary like that, it's either yes or no for everything, right? There's no way to find a middle ground, right? So yeah, of course it's not going to work. But when you have like four or five major political parties, right, then they have enough overlapping interests in many cases, but enough differences that they can form right. So yeah, right now we've got a coalition government in Canada. We had a coalition
Yeah,
government in BC until the recent election. So
the American Green Party, our Green Party are fucking conservatives with composters. I don't know much about
yeah,
the American
I
one.
our Green Party. Hello,
Mergendor,
Mergendor.
welcome.
Our Green Party presents itself like a left wing party, but it's actually like it's far more. I wouldn't say it's right wing exactly. It's
Center
very.
right.
It's yeah. It's progressive conservatives is what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very corporate, right? But they have an environmental message, and they don't really make a clear platform. So
Yes. Right. Actually, I think a liberal minority with the NDP holding the balance of power is the best government. Who cares about who the official opposition is in our system?
but honestly, that's sort of what's going on at the moment. That the liberals, because the NDP keep supporting what the liberals, keeping the liberals going in return for things like extended CERB benefits, um, expanded healthcare rules, etc.
Yeah, I agree with Angst to Aze. If you don't have a baseline for the level of privilege, how can you consider being in the Green Party?
Good job, Mergendor. That's excellent work.
1,685 words today. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, and privilege does blind one, even with the best of intentions.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. I have trouble looking through my privilege all the time. Or I have to have it pointed
Hmm.
out to me, and I appreciate it when it is. Like, when people say, "Are you sure you're not looking at that from privilege?" And I go, maybe I am. All right. All reported for Lapin. Mergendor.
Nice. Good work. Thank you.
Whose stream were you in, Mergendor? Masadi's? Just asking Mergendor if they were in your stream.
Hmm. Yeah, speaking of which, Masadis, get on the calendar.
Yeah, get on the
There's a thing.
calendars,
Let
huh?
me let me find it here. I will find you the link to applying to the ASC.
Masadi's, what are your pronouns? I've never asked. They just applied to the ASC. She
Oh,
just
good.
applied to the ASC.
Woot. Okay, excellent. Yeah, get yourself on the calendar so we can promo you and raid you, and because people
Oh,
want to know.
oh, Masadi's isn't. Are you not affiliate yet, Masadi's?
Oh yeah, they're affiliate. They're not an ASC member.
Oh, right. Because she couldn't report channel points yet.
What? There were channel points. I checked it.
Mergendor said that they couldn't report it, or you had no channel points. Maybe they just had none. Oh, sit up, you fool!
Ah, yeah, maybe Mergendor didn't have any channel points, but I looked. The channel points were activated.
Right, you didn't have any because it was your first time there. You should have hung out for 10 minutes. They give you 10 points. Or followed. That's worth 250.
Yeah, you also get a bunch for following. I followed a while ago, so I have some, but You did follow.
It's
That's so
weird.
weird. And their Twitch was twitchy.
Twitch did a Twitch thing.
It'll probably be straightened out next time
Yeah,
you show
next
up
time
there
you
and
show up there,
stream.
you'll probably have a bunch of points.
Yeah.
Well, there are sprints running here in the background. You can see up here.
And we are accepting point reports.
Right.
After we're on, Kahuna is on. And Kahuna also accepts points.
Yep.
When Kahuna's done, though, there's like 2.5 hours where nobody is on that accepts points, I don't think.
What time is that at?
Just a second, I'm figuring it out.
Maybe I'll do a right stream then.
Yeah, maybe. That's 1 hour, so this is 3, 4, 5.
Down there is Sable.
6. At 5:30 is our time. Is when Kahuna's done, I think. Isn't that right? No, you're on from 2 to 5.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. At 5:30, Kahuna's done, and then
there's 2.5 hours with nobody.
Yeah.
Okay, it's from 5:30 to 7.
Yeah, it looks like
or
just
8.
6. 5:30
to 8.
6. Is it? I don't know.
Oh, if it's 2.5 hours, it would be.
I can't. My brain is okay. 4 p.m. PST. No, GMT rather. PST. Okay.
Croatan until 8 o'clock. Yeah. 5:30 to 8. Because coffee comes on at 8.
Okay. Yep. 5:30 to 8. So you want me to put that in the calendar right now?
Calendar me up for that. I'll take that. I'll take a half-hour break, get some to eat, and come back for writing.
There you
go. Then I can maybe get some work done. Maybe. Oh, Kelbell you couldn't report in. I don't know Kelbell. They're not an ASCer. So do you have any questions for your game tonight, Esong? I mean, like, let's get back on subject here, and this is an Ask an Old GM stream, and Esong comes here for advice with her game, so... And DM Stretch comes to help give advice for games, and I think we scared Bob off because we weren't doing gaming stuff.
You know, I thought the politics were relevant.
Yeah, politics are relevant. I'm just joking.
In part because they're important for world building, but also because they're on people's minds today, you know?
Yeah, they're on people's minds. I'm just making sure that Esong doesn't have a bunch of questions she's holding off because we're doing a political conversation. Well, I have to say, Sapling Stars, you are remarkably educated for... I have to ask, are you an American? Right, because if you are, you're remarkably educated about Canadian politics for an American. Your fork today? Why, Author Goddess? Do you use Politoscope in Sappin Stars? Ah, look it up in the Google Play Store. I'm sure I've got it on here.
Laptop keyboard stopped working. Well, that's
Politoscope.
freaking annoying.
Let's see if I can get this where you can see it. No, I can't show it on my screen here. Politoscope. Politoscope. Right? It's all a program that basically helps you figure out the politics of the United States. Right? It gives you both sides of issues. This is how the right sees it. This is how the left sees it. You know, stuff like that, and helps you come to conclusions about things. It's really good. It's cool, Masadis. You don't always have to raid somebody in the Android streaming core or the Game of Tomes. Alright?
Nice work, Mergendor.
Yeah, I hear you, Arthur Goddess. That's a heart attack you don't need. What? No keyboard? How will I type in Nano? That's when you smack the hubby and say, "Give me your keyboard."
Yeah. Or you know what? You put everything in manuscripts on World Anvil or in Google Docs, because I think you write in Google Docs anyway. And then you get out your mobile and you do that, which I've done.
Well, I guess you'd have to steal your hub's laptop in order to write with. Trust me, I know all about getting your laptop stolen. This is me giving googly eyes to her across the room. Stole my laptop for like 5 months.
What? Me? I'm innocent.
I believe that.
Mindless rage streaming is a good way to understand the nuances of American politics. Politics in general. Okay, dude, right? I am part of a Wiccan church organization. This basically for the purposes of making sure that Wiccans have the same rights and accesses to things like legal marriages in our traditions and so on and so forth that other religions get in Canada, right? They have a board of directors because they're a non-profit organization, right? I was on the board of directors for something like 5 years, right? That little taste of politics, that and the SCA, and that small group, right? You gotta understand, at our height, there was maybe 50 people in the whole province. Is enough to make me just hate politics, period. I admire anyone who is a nice person who can handle politics, because it's terrible. People
Yeah, I can handle
try
politics,
to
but
fuck you at every given opportunity, man. There is always somebody there who wants to make the whole thing about a personal ego issue, and, you know, so they exist solely to sabotage anything you're doing. It's so hard, right? People you think are your friends lie to your face. It's terrible, right? It's absolute terror. Politics, the way we currently have them, only rewards psychopaths, man.
yep,
It's
which is why I like them. And I'm impressed with the Satanic Temple in Seattle too, fighting for abortion rights.
Regular backups in the USB drive. Well, put it online.
Yeah, put it on.
I've been rather impressed by the Satanic Temple fighting for abortion rights in Seattle too. I was also very impressed with their whole,
statue thing.
Statue thing. Yes, fantastic work. Yeah, they hold secret meetings about you. Points out Rowan. That happened to us.
Yep.
In the SCA. Yep, politics are terrible.
I love politics. Poly, from the Greek word for many, and ticks being blood-sucking creatures.
Blood-sucking insects. Yep. And by the way, I donated money to that campaign.
The Satanic statue campaign?
Abortion rights campaign, yep, and I donated money to the statue campaign too.
Yep. Yeah, they're fighting for their abortion rights all over the U.S. Yes, I understand that.
You know what you guys can do if, and by the way, another sprint's about to start, or just started?
Just started.
Okay. If you guys really want to do something positive for politics, reach out to the people you support and tell them you support them. Right? Do it on Twitter. Do it in a letter.
Mm-hmm.
You would be amazed. You get 90 complaints and 1 compliment when you're in any level of politics,
yep.
Even the smallest. I have learned, right? So do that.
Reach out to the politicians you support and let them know you support them. Right? And why?
Right.
Right? Like, I don't know, I support you because you support the Green New Deal. Right? They get 500 letters like that, and they realize that only 1% of their constituents sends letters. Right? Now they realize that 50,000 people feel that way.
Right. Talk to the people you support,
Positive
and tell them
politics?
you do.
Yeah, especially to Boris Johnson.
Whack. Yeah. Yeah, and Rowan, I agree with you. Honestly, having lost my recent bid to my local Antguard Monarch election, or to be my local Antguard Monarch election, I am working very hard not to feel slighted or conspired against after my CWA and SCA experiences. True story. When we set up the ASC and I got involved in the group
of people
who were...
Come on, okay.
Yeah, and I got involved in a group of people who were kind of doing the organizing stuff. I had to fight my post-traumatic stress from dealing with those 2 groups too. Right? Because these are a wonderful group of really genuinely caring people. If there's a strong disagreement on something, it's because they genuinely and passionately care. It's not because, nobody's there for their ego. I've seen anything like it. And I really believe it this time, right? And I really had to fight my my own issues about it because I've been, there's been so many negative experiences that I've had there. Yeah.
And I believe that
7 stars. That's nasty, but okay.
What's that? Certainly supported Bojo's case of COVID. Yeah, I certainly supported it too. Right? Yeah, I find there's very few personal problems that cannot be solved with a liberal amount of high explosives.
Yeah.
I see, that's the thing. Politics don't make pleasant people. I like politics. I am not a pleasant person. You guys
so
see
much.
the good side of me. Ask anybody who's ever seen the bad side of me. I'd make a wonderful politician.
Mm-hmm. I think they'd get along, Author Goddess.
I think I'd get along with Bear too, actually. I get along with him when he's in my stream, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think they would be fast friends. I think if we lived anywhere in proximity to each other, we'd hang out all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Good.
What were they doing
they
that
doing?
deserved that?
Probably nothing. They deserve it anyways.
No, I'm sure they did something.
No, I'm
that,
sure
you
they
know,
did something. What did they do? Yeah, you got a really mild case of COVID. Oh, little bastards. I'd have beat the shit out of them too. With my cane.
Look, there are some things. Okay. Contrary to popular belief, I actually really hate conflict.
Not me, love it. I love beating the shit out of people.
To popular belief, I hate arguments and I hate fighting. And I'm not a violent person. Empathic person. However, I hate bullies. I can't stand them, right? Yep. And I have learned that the only language a bully understands is a fist to the face.
Which is why she lets me beat people up.
That's what my life taught me as in high school. Right?
Damn incels was not allowed either.
Yeah, so sometimes you just gotta go to the mat and there's nothing you can do about it, because either you go to the mat, right, or you let people walk on you and other people, right, and that's it. And there are things I just, that's it. I just won't have it, right? So the thing, whatever it is in me, breaks, and that sounds like one of those situations there, Author Goddess, is what I'm saying.
Yep.
So, yeah. Rowan says, as you know, I'm of two minds about everything. One is usually compassion, and the other is lock them in a box and re-educate them by whatever means necessary to my point of view. Yeah.
I like DM Stretch says, I hate violence. That's why I get it over and done with as fast as possible. No, I drag it out. I'll kick you a few times while you're down.
I'm 100% with DM Stretch.
Yep.
That's me.
Not me. I
hate violence, so I get it over and done with as fast as possible. When I can see the situation is going to require violence, I deliver it. I don't screw around about it.
I don't screw around about it, but I enjoy doing it.
I get into a lot of Twitter wars. People will tell you don't waste your time on Twitter wars. Here's the thing, okay? Before 2016, I didn't, right? I thought, pearls before swine, what the hell? It's nothing to do with me. And then, we all know what happened. And I went, maybe I'm being a little bit too, I guess, I was being prideful, right? I figured that I was above this, right? But the fact is that if you don't stand up and argue with the people who are creating trouble, then all the people who are undecided have is their point of view. So I get into Twitter arguments, not because I have any intention of changing the mind of the person I'm arguing with, because I know perfectly well that's not going to happen. I'm there to demonstrate to anyone who is eavesdropping on the argument why their points are stupid, and that this is not the way to go. So that's
turns out
why
you're eliminating. So is Sable, actually. People are actually scared of her. She's 5 feet tall, weighs 120 pounds. And people are actually scared of her.
Right? It's really, I find it endlessly fascinating, actually.
And people aren't scared of me.
Which is also interesting.
Well, the right people are scared of me. The people that should be scared of me are scared of me. I make sure of that.
You think you figured it out, though? Yeah, Rowan, too. People are. And she's about as tall as I am. Weighs about as much as I do.
A little heavier, but she's a little more padded.
And she's taller, too. So, a little bit. Okay, Author Goddess, I'd love to hear your theory, because I have not been able to figure it out. Is it just because I have this you know, this steel in me that makes me go, no, that's it, this far and no farther. You know, is that it? I don't know.
I go, this is Sparta. And kick them back over the line.
Yes, yes, you do. I know. We know we're physically smaller, etc., so we gather the full force of our will and energy into the look. Trademark. That's true. I admit to having cultivated the look.
Yep.
The look that says, I really will kill you if you keep this up.
I didn't have to cultivate that look. Advantage of being a psychopath. I had to cultivate the look that said, I won't kill you.
Well, legit. That's energy. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Can't argue with it there. Yeah, DM Stretch says I was always told to use my head in any conflict, so I make sure I do. They tend to find out it's very hard.
Brianna, before Brian died, found that one out for me.
The head was very hard? Yeah, that's right, too. Plus a couple death deities backing us up. Yup.
When Brianna was Brian, or thought they were Brian.
More accurate.
Yeah, they are the only friend I've ever had who's ever stood up to me physically. Right? Until recently, until after my accident.
This is why I say, actually, that Siobhan lacks no courage.
Yeah.
Courage is not something she is sure of.
Yeah. She weighed all of about $140 at the time, and I picked her up and was going to pitch her down the stairs onto the concrete.
She is wonderful.
Wonderful
I agree,
person, yes.
Sap. I think she's amazing. Yep.
And she has my infinite respect because of that.
Rowan said I had a young gentleman tell me it's because I'm smart and I'm forthcomingly blunt and I do not mince words. Yeah, well, yeah, it's true. It's what I like about you. It's, you know, why we have been friends as long as we have been. You know. Author Goddess 2. You two really should get to know each other.
Yeah, you two should.
Then again, maybe I should be concerned about this, because that would be three of us, you know, psycho goddess energy, scary women in one place,
Yeah.
and break the universe. I'm not sure.
Maybe the three of you could help Agstaze feel better about herself. And feel more like a
To
goddess.
be fair, she is doing a lot better even in a very short time.
In a very short time, yes.
And I am very happy to see it. All goddess superpowers come in trios. Yeah, that's true. The Morrigan, Hecate, Bridget, the Fates, the Norns, on and on and on. It is the world that should be afraid. That's true. That's very true. Yeah, I really should introduce you two. We should get together in a Discord chat sometime, the three of us.
Triple Goddess theme is the whole big part of your world building, yeah? It's a small part of our world building because there are witches in our world. Right? And they basically follow witch philosophy. And moon goddesses and stuff like that. And triple goddesses and...
Oh, hey, I'm sorry, we missed something. We picked up another sub at some point.
We did?
Well, we had 16 yesterday and now we have 17.
Oh.
Thank you very much to
Storm
whoever
followed.
subbed. It didn't
Uniquely
tell me.
Followed.
Oh, Slavic folklore, good stuff. Yeah, that's becoming more popular now that the Witcher series is really popular, but it's really interesting. Slavic folklore is so cool.
Yeah.
It's like
I
a
based
culture
my goblins on Slavic folklore.
You bet. I just broke 100,000 channel points. Awesome there, DM Stretch. Oh, you used your Twitch Prime one. Thank you very much. It didn't tell me that you'd done it. I appreciate that. Yeah, moi aussi. Absolutely. love it. Yeah, it's so interesting. There's so much cool stuff going on there. What I did for the we actually do have a lot of triple goddess folklore in our world, because they were kind of inspired by the D&D deities, and I went back to where their roots were, which are all pagan deities, of course, and then I just used the actual pagan deities, you know? So, posture check, thank you. His posture still sucks. I will adjust mine, though. By the way, DM Stretch, you still have a reroll loaded that has not been used. My leaky is finished. Yes, my leaky is direct finish. That was an outright theft, that one.
Yeah, it's a
They didn't even color code that.
Goddess, yes.
281, good job, Mergendor.
They didn't even file the serial numbers off of that one.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Corlin is Lou.
Yep.
Okay. Grumsh is Balor. So long since I used the D&D deities, I've forgotten all their names. Elestri is basically Diana as seen as a Queen of the Witches type. More of an Aradia sort. Let's see here. Loth is sort of a blend of dark goddesses.
Mostly the Queen Bear Darkness.
Yeah.
Map.
Angarath is a combination of various pagan deities, including, I think, Bridget, Hecate, right? Probably a dash of the Morgan, right? And Dana, right? You know, on it goes, right? Erevan is Loki. There's like, you know, a bunch of woodland deities that all kind of blend to various, you know, Pan, Hearn, Kernunos, those types. Yeah. I directly featured Manana McClear in my previous setting. He was a big deal. Yeah, that's cool. I'm not sure whether I want to go with Mananan or Njord as my kind of, you know, water god.
Depends on which group you're looking at. The She probably followed Banana, and the Elf are following Njord.
That's probably true, since my Elf are more culturally Norse, and my She are more culturally Celts, if you couldn't figure that out by the names. So, the sea is always a humongous deal in my world. Do you like the sea? Is that a thing for you?
I like the sea, too. I'm an old sailor.
It terrifies you. Ah, you're smart.
You are a smart person.
You know, it's very interesting. I've now seen both the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean, right? And the Atlantic Ocean looks bigger and scarier.
Yeah.
It isn't, but it looks bigger and scarier, and it doesn't really matter. Like, I looked at it from the coast of Cape Breton, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at it from the coast of Maine, right?
Oh yeah, it's choppier. It's much harsher ocean. Pacific does mean passive, right? You know, the waves on the Pacific are nothing compared to the waves on the Atlantic.
Well, yeah, which is interesting because Pacific's colder. So,
yeah,
you know,
but
and deeper.
And that's why the waves aren't as big.
I guess that's true. Yeah, hence it connects directly to the deep of the cosmos. It's on my mind because I just got back in touch. For those of you who have heard the music of Gallows Hill and Avalon Burning on Aaron's later night streams or whatever, GM streams, right? I just got back in touch with my band partner there, right? The guitarist, he's also part of, you know, wrote a lot of the lyrics and also did a lot of the mixing, you know, like just a lot of things, right? And did some vocals, right? Cal Ghidorah is his name, and he is now writing.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Do Nano?
Yeah, he's doing Nano. He's
Cool.
doing Nano. He's doing Game of Tomes. I'm like, oh, that's so cool, right? I haven't talked to him in like 20 years.
Yeah.
You know.
Doing
Well,
Game
okay.
of Tomes, is he a Ambolite?
I guess he must be because he just got on the Nano server. So there you go, right? But yeah, I know it's cool. Like people that I haven't really, like okay, I've talked to him since 20 years ago, but not a lot, right? So it's cool that he's back in my life. We were very good
Okay, I
friends.
understand getting drunk and watching election news. 7 stars. We'll see you later.
Have fun. Good luck, guys.
Okay, Murganor, thank you. Thank you for your Lapin donations there.
That's impressive. Thank you very much. Enjoy, guys. Thanks for putting in your words and hanging out. Right? But, okay, so it's on my mind. Just quick before you go, if you don't mind, Sapid Stars there, because I was sort of talking to you about this one, but there is a song that we wrote that we never really recorded. We got part of it done. That was called Standing on the Edge of Forever. And it was partially inspired by looking out over the Atlantic Ocean and partially inspired by Lovecraftian and Stephen King books and the concept of the infinite as a scary sort of concept, right? So it's interesting. I'm glad I can't get into the writing groove today. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm here to pay my Merc fees here. Is what I'm here to do.
But Dazzlecat hasn't shown up.
Yeah. I owe a critique because I purchased their services. So.
For how long?
But they had a word count that I purchased.
Oh.
So it's paid.
Yep.
And I gotta pay my due. So.
Yeah, and any stream that Sable's on, if you want to sell your services to her, you're welcome to do so. Like, of my streams, I mean. Right? I won't buy her services if she's not on. Right.
2.4 on Lapin today, 2.4K.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you, Author Goddess. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Much appreciated. That is cool. Yes, I do believe it was Angsthaze who bought Author Goddess's services for House Lapin. Yep. Thank you very much for that. The bunnies are actually doing pretty well today. We've caught up a bit. So we're not lagging at the bottom of the pack anymore. I won't say exactly where we are, but I don't want to. The plan is to give rankings at the end of each, but not total score.
Oh, right? Another Radiant Swan press table done. Nice. Want to throw that up on screen and show everybody?
I've been doing well this Nano too, Author Goddess. You know what my total is currently? Okay, it's day 3 here, right?
My total is like 1,300. I suck.
You are lagging a bit. You will do better when you have undead to support you.
I'll do better when I just figure out what I'm doing.
No, you'll do better when you have undead, because what you'll do is you'll want to set a good example. I know you.
Yeah.
Okay, so as of now, I have 9,716 words.
Nice. You're 20% done already.
I have never done this well this early. Never. This is magic for me. You guys are totally inspiring me, because I'm like, oh my god, we gotta catch up, I gotta write more. I don't care if I'm eliminated, but I don't want to be the one eliminated the first time. Second time's fine. First time is not fine.
Laura Bones is raiding.
Hello, Laura. Thank you so much for the raid.
How you doing, Bones?
Rawr.
How you doing, Second Eye Samurai?
Rawr, rawr, rawr. Rawr all over the place, rawr. The dinosaurs are in the house.
Akuri999. Akuria?
They've been here before.
Yeah, I know. I can never remember how it's pronounce your name. Quest Magister, welcome. Have they been here before?
Yeah, they've been here before. Good to see you. Welcome back. Oh, thank you for the follow. Right on. Much appreciated. Yay.
Yeah, thank you for following.
I love the cat emoji. That's hilarious. Yes, thank you. Oh, somebody remembered that story. Cool. DM Stretch says, just like the bear race, Sable, you don't have to be first. You just have to outdo the slowest one. Yes. Yes, in the Bear Olympics, you just have to not be the slowest one.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Depending on how far you get in the Bear Olympics.
What timer is that up in the corner? That is, if you are doing the Game of Tomes or NaNoWriMo and you would like a sprint timer, then we have put it up. We are accepting points for the Game of Tomes, and you are welcome to do that during the stream, although this is not Aaron's focus.
Yeah,
He's just provided that
is
for
my GM
convenience
stream.
today.
This is my GM stream. This is the stream I give GM advice in. Right, but I am doing Game of Tomes, and I am the leader of the Undead Horde, so I am accommodating anybody who wants to just do word sprints while they hang out with us or whatever, and
so that there's a place to report.
Yeah.
And Author Goddess says she got a new Game of Tomes person today too. Nice.
Let's be clear, incredibly helpful GM advice. Well, I don't know. Incredibly helpful to Esong, anyways.
Yeah, we hope it helps.
Yeah.
Oh, and for those following Game of Tomes streams and whatnot today, what's going to happen is that we're going to go down at our usual time, which is 5 o'clock Pacific. That is about
an hour and 20 minutes.
An hour and 20 minutes from now. Right? And then after that, because Kahuna Reads is on at that time, you can report your Game of Tomes points in Kahuna's stream.
Yeah, we'll be rating Kahuna.
Yeah, we'll be rating Kahuna. And then half an hour after that, we will go back up with a writing stream. So, Aaron, you do realize you're doing 2 writing streams today, right?
Yeah, and then I will be up at 10 p.m. for a writing stream. I'll be up till 8 on this one. Then I'll raid coffee, take a break, hang out with my family, do stuff like that, and then come back for 10 to 12. I'm a streaming machine. They're Dutch, eh? Right?
Nice.
Well, we got a few Dutch people around. We've got Macaro, and we've got Natalia.
I wish I had the brain power to write and get work done. I hear that. Some days you don't, which is why it's really cool to have front-loaded a bit. I gotta get my acting gear, though, today.
Yeah, I gotta get my acting gear, too. I just gotta get some bloody writing done, or I'm not even a complete nano this year. I got 300 words done yesterday, and I think I've gotten like 25 done today.
Well, the current total for the Undead Horde is about 700, so that's you.
Yeah, that's what I've reported.
Ah.
I've done all my writing in stream. Right? I just haven't recorded it. I always have somebody stream on in the background while I'm writing.
If Undead Horde is in last place, can we just none of us die? Don't worry. He'll have more than enough help as of the first elimination.
No, she's saying that if we're in last, then nobody dies.
That's true.
Yeah, well, I got one guy. I'm good. I'm not that good. Stay with House Laugh and Angst Haze. You'll do fine.
Angst Haze. You're the one who corrected me.
Yes, so. Angst Haze.
Yes. Yes, that's right. Well,
it means fear rabbit or fear hare, in case anyone wants to know. It's like saying Frady cat in German.
That's awesome. Well, no wonder you're in House Laugh then.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
And then she gave me the link to...
but actually, that's right. I did know that. Just forgot. I didn't realize it was pronounced Angsthaze. But I did actually know that it had something to do with rabbits.
Yeah, that's it.
Right? Yeah.
But you already feel like a zombie right now. Too fat to be a skeleton. Yeah, I'm too fat to be a lich.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very cool. Wow, this is busy. 18 people in the stream right now.
Yeah,
Thanks
thanks
guys.
for supporting us, guys. Well-fed vampire. Yeah.
Well-fed vampire. Very well-fed vampire.
Yeah, I eat cow. Okay.
The whole cow.
The whole
yeah.
cow. Okay. Okay, we got Tavern Tables article from Esong.
All right.
Wait a minute, what's going on here? Oh, I minimized it, didn't I? No? Why is it not showing up here?
I don't know, Reggie.
Oh. There we go. It was set.
Oh yes, so looking ahead to tomorrow being Wednesday, right, I'll be doing Diane Wrights at the usual time, which is 1 p.m. Pacific, and I will go till 4 p.m. Pacific. And after that, Mark Harrell comes on. Mark Harrell is not doing Game of Tomes, but they are doing Nano, so probably what I'll do is I'll go down, and then we'll put up the stream lobby so that people, or the sprint lobby, so people have a place to report. But go watch Mark Harrell, right? And then come report your stuff in, you know, our reporting space.
Okay, so we're going to showcase Esong's tables here.
Nice.
That she has put in here. Right, they got arm wrestling and broom jousting. These are tavern games. Right.
I am the void.
Yeah.
Ooh, games to play.
Yeah, tavern songs.
Oh, I'm going to keep this open. I'm going to steal stuff.
And then you've got roll tavern customers. Oh, I got this book, but...
Well, I'm going to put this where I can find it,
Yeah.
which is to say I'm going to keep it active on my million tabs.
Yeah. Right, this ain't all the tables, though. She doesn't have all the tables public. Right, because she doesn't want her players to see them.
That's cool.
Right, but you can roll on these tables. Tavern customers, roll the 40. Okay, I don't even know what a 40 is. Oh, right there, gambler, blue. Borrow Bone Rattler, neutral, male, gnome, expert 13. Talented professional gambler with a natty line and waistcoats. Expressionless when at the table. I don't know how to... Can't read the rest of that. Shitful. We got a couple of errors on this table here. Tavern bedrooms. Okay. Right beneath flavor. Yep. Man, this is really useful for people there. This is like a lot of tables. You've done some pretty good things.
Wow, good work.
It's good work, man.
I like how you included a bunch of Body Tavern songs.
Yeah, these are in the book. Yeah. Have you talked to Crichton yet?
Oh, hey, Esong, if I can give you a minor tip if you want it, I'm not sure if you're interested. If you'd like the song lyrics to appear in verses, like they, typically do in a book or whatever, put BR in brackets behind them in BB code, and it'll create one line breaks so that it'll put it together like a verse, right? So, yeah, just a thought if that's something you were interested in knowing. I'm not sure if you were. They're still perfectly readable.
Yeah, I seen that you
take up less space that way,
added some.
like you've got them set up.
Yeah.
Throw that out there in case.
Okay. Well, that's really awesome. That's like a GM resource there, right? And you really got to talk to Crichton and see what he says about you sharing them. Alright? Yeah. Why not? Oh, because you copy and pasted, right. Okay, well, I need to go get a drink, so I'm going to go do that. There they are now. Entertain them.
Alright, I'll entertain them. That's cool. The only downside is that it doesn't count towards Nano. Depends on what you're doing for Nano. He's writing game book material, and he's counting that to Nano. Obviously, that's what Aaron is also doing. Yes, I would not copy or count things I copied either, to be fair. If it's original, if you wrote it, off the top of your head. Hello, Bear. Aaron is here. He's just grabbing a quick drink. He will be right back. Your camera is still active, I think. Oh, there we go. Okay. I just dropped behind it, I guess. Esong says, I was making up some of my own stuff for some of them, so I added those words. Yeah, but the genuine non-original stuff didn't feel in the spirit. Yeah. Oh, and you can call me Stormy. Okay. Hi, Stormy. Good to see you. I hope you're well. We were talking about how you and Aaron probably should meet in real life because you would get along. What is Nano? Okay. National Novel Writing Month, or NaNoWriMo, is a marathon for writers. Basically, the goal is to write a 50,000 word novel in a month. And the original basic rules say you start from, page 1 and you write 50,000 words. In order to do that, you have to average 1,667 words a day. A lot of writers do it just, for the sake of whatever. A lot of people do it and they don't start a brand new novel. I'm not starting a brand new novel this month. I'm finishing an existing novel in a series, right? But the goal is to motivate yourself to write more and to make a habit of writing. So Stormy says, yeah, my goddess told me about that. That's awesome. Yeah, it should be in NaNoWriMo now. Yeah, it should be because it is international. It started as an American thing. A guy named Chris Spady in California started it. Literally all over the world. As of like a couple years ago, there were even writers in Antarctica. I like that. Thanks, Tazi. That's great. Nano is a very small prefix. Badoom tish. Inno sounds more innovative. I love it. That's great. Very punny. You're very punny. I love your puns. Your wordplay sense of humor is freaking awesome. I really enjoy it. No, what are you? That's amazing. I love it. I love that you are so clever. That is excellent. Says, this was one of my original ideas for a tavern employee. This greasy-haired, acne-ridden cook grumbles under their breath as orders come in. They stir the tavern stew slowly and apathetically. A thin trail of blood dots the counter, and several severed rat tails lie on top of the trash. Ho ho ho! Unless I were a kobold or a goblin, I might turn around and, leave that tavern. It's pretty amazing. I'm back and ready to die, says Satoru. Should read Esong's tavern description. Also, Bear, aka Stormy, says we can call him Stormy, so I will do that, right? It says that, yes, his goddess told him about the fact that you and he ought to get together and, chat, yes. Stormy says, I'm totally digging Incarnate so much that I bit the bullet and dropped the whole $5 on the monthly subscription.
I seriously recommend you drop 25 on the year there to Lucaru. You will get the use out of it. I get use out of it all the time. And if you use it over more than 5 months, you've paid for it.
And it pays for itself.
You misunderstood this stream.
Because Satoru said he's back and ready to die.
Oh. I don't have a sprint timer on the screen. I'm getting off the screen. Here's a sprint timer for you, Satoru. Tables look great, Esong.
Tables look freaking awesome.
Freaking awesome. That's a lot of work, and you're very good at data entry, obviously. I'm pretty good at data entry too, but you're much better than I am. You do that much faster than I would. Oh man, are you okay, Satoru? Really, don't feel that you have to stream, or sprint anymore or anything. Yeah, what's going on, mate? Yeah, the text wrapping is not a thing yet, Stretch. On tables, it's coming. Soon, TM.
Yeah, this is why I'm currently sticking with the old tables for most things for now.
Yeah.
I just feel dead inside, says Satoru. And held his nose and cast his vote is what my guess would be.
Right.
In which case, thank you and congratulations.
Thank you and congratulations, Satoru. House Lappin 309. Those bunnies just keep chugging away. You're not slacking. You're doing the best.
You were kicking some butt this morning, so like if you're doing like not a lot right now, that's totally fine.
Yeah, that's what I did too. I bit the bullet, bought $5 worth, used it for a month, realized I'm gonna use this a lot, and paid $25 the next month.
I'm going to later. I just wanted to check it out first before I bought the full year. Also, can I please have a link for those tables? Yes.
Oh yeah.
For the tables. You want me to get it, or do you got it? Okay. The link for the tables is here. So I will put it in the chat. Here we go. There it is. And it's awesome. Satoru says, my dad pulled a fast one on me and made me go vote, despite the fact I told him I really didn't want to. Then to make matters worse, my hairdresser, who I was bumping heads with over my disdain of Biden, was also there. I hate both of them. Yeah, legit, and I don't blame you at all.
So don't vote for him, vote down ticket and just fucking scrap that.
You know, or if you did, you know, hold your nose and vote, cool. You know,
Yeah.
that's fine, honestly. Right? It's a matter of who do you want to be fighting with for the next 4 years? Right? That's really kind of where it's at. Sometimes you got to choose the lesser of two evils, you know? And I'm not even telling you which one, like, I know what I would do. I'm not telling you what, you know, you should do. You have to make those decisions for yourself.
Yeah, I'm not telling you how to vote. I don't care how you vote. It's none of my business.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe very strongly in the right of secret democracy.
Yeah, secret
you have the
ballot.
right to
That's
secretly
why we
vote
have
for whoever you
ballot.
want. Yep. I'm almost done the Sulata at least. Nice. Yeah, so, you know, thank you for voting. And, you know, I totally hear you about holding your nose.
Yeah, I see that, you know, I sort of see it the way that Nina Turner sees it. The only good thing about voting for Biden, it's like eating half a bowl of shit. At least it's not a full bowl of shit. You know, that's the only good thing about voting for Biden.
And to be honest, I often feel about like that in politics, you know?
Voting for Biden's like eating half a bowl of shit. The good thing you can say about it is at least it's not a full bowl of shit. Yeah. I don't know, when you got a choice between extremely far right and far right.
I just did a write-in, says Satoru. Excellent.
Nice.
Now, don't get me wrong here, okay? Just putting my personal opinions out there, right? This is just my personal opinion. I have no love of Joe Biden.
Nope.
Right?
I think he's a freaky weirdo.
The stuff that I've been talking about, you know, actually I even kind of like that whole thing about, you know, one old racist and rapist and another, you know, what difference does it make to some degree?
Have you punched a Nazi today?
Yeah, I get you, right? And Joe Biden is personally responsible. He is a personal architect of a lot of this American imperialism that I've been complaining about.
Yeah, he's been there for 40 years. Of course he's in.
Right? No, he made key votes that have advanced
American imperialism,
right? He is also personally responsible for the so-called war on drugs. An excuse to lock up a bunch of people of color and enslave their labor. That's plus excuses to expand American imperialism. But
I'm a conservative. I was just talking about this with my hubby. Right? I'm a conservative. Right?
Yeah, like an actual conservative.
Right? But I'm left wing. The two are not.
One who believes in incremental change as opposed to massive government overthrows
and stuff like that. Yeah, I believe in the social programs we've had in place in this country for the last 75 years. Don't change those.
There you go. Metro 2033 is a good way to get out your, vent your frustrations about shooting Nazis. Absolutely.
Yep.
I'm considerably more radical than they are.
Yeah.
Right? I am, right? Sometimes I think that things need a complete overhaul, and that's the only way to do it.
Cool.
Right? I'm still reluctant to do the overhauls, however, because a student of history realizes that generally after massive revolutions and overthrows, some authoritarian asshole takes over and things go to shit for at least 4 years and usually 20. And sometimes 100. So I would rather not resort to that solution if it isn't necessary. I'm just more willing to call it necessary than these guys are at different points.
Yeah, you can be conservative and left wing. I'm almost a Marxist. I'm so left wing, but I'm not a Marxist because I do believe in religion.
Yeah, they should, and I'm hardcore democratic socialist. Yep.
Yeah, democratic socialist, sure. You become Ripley.
I think I would describe myself as a democratic socialist too. I vary, though. I go back and forth between democratic socialist and social democrat.
Yeah, I swing between the two. Mostly hard to the left.
Yeah, but I'm more democratic socialist than not. Yeah, for sure. So.
Yeah.
But that's me, right? I understand why people make other decisions.
Yep.
I may not agree with them in many cases.
I'm not necessarily a socialist, I'm a monarchist, so...
I know lots of conservatives, right, who would vote for Trump, or did vote for Trump,
Yep.
And their reasons are not what the news says they are, right? Their reasons are sensible for them in their position, right? But Author Goddess posted a link to look at.
Link for Author Goddess. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but but I get it, right? I do. I get it. I don't agree, right? But I get it. However, my opinion is I don't want to be involved with the group that has the Nazis. If the Nazis are in the group, that's the wrong side. That's my opinion, right?
Yeah.
Most conservatives are not Nazis by any stretch of the imagination.
I believe in Churchill's thing. If Lucifer were against the Nazis, I'd at least give him a
favorable mention in Parliament. Yep, I agree with that completely, Author Goddess. I'm a rabid liberal. I'll give you equal rights in social programs as well as the right to disagree with those rights and programs. Yep, that's me. I'm ahead of the Looney Party.
I know you're just playfully griping about it because I know that they've been a huge help. They've been a huge help to my game mastering, and I've been doing it for 40 years.
I'm sure Lucy hates Nazis. It causes congestion in the lines.
I don't get it.
Lucy, Lucifer.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, the line up to hell gets a little backed up when the Nazis come in.
Yeah.
Uh, yes, of course he would hate that
Lucy?
nickname.
Yeah.
Lucy, I'm home. Little bits of trivia that hang around in your brain. You gonna look at this link?
I did. It's just.
I missed it.
Oh, it's just a little GIF of Ripley saying, "I say we go move the place from orbit. It's the only way.
It's
to
the
be
only
sure.
way to be sure."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if the Christians are right and we die, right, according to the book of Revelations, the pagans are damned to a hell where there is no God. That's all their hell is. So it's basically like Earth without God. So, how is this a bad thing? Oh,
Raging Swan Press.
They make a bunch of books with tables and stuff in them.
For role-playing games.
Yeah. Pathfinder and 5e mostly, but they do system agnostic stuff too. And a really nice guy runs it. Yeah.
Fascists are like cockroaches, chicken shit. And if you see one there's probably a fuck ton more hiding just out of sight. Yep.
Yep. And like cockroaches, they're hard to get rid of too. And you should stomp on them whenever you find them. See, I think that curb stomping Nazis is par for the course. Especially if they're in uniform. They're in a Nazi uniform, you have the right to kill them. I've been told.
Okay. Not that I disagree, but
That's what I'm saying. You told me I could kill them.
I did.
I have permission. You love my hat. Or you love me for that.
Yeah, that's true. Less evidence.
Yep.
Gotta make it like all, can't come back to you.
I'm a psychopath. I don't worry about that stuff. I get to go to a hospital when I get violent. In a relaxation room for a few weeks. Kai Brightwing, welcome.
Hello, hello.
Really, I did not know that. Stretch, thanks for that information. I didn't say kill them. Well, yeah, kill them when they're in a Nazi uniform because they spread when that happens. Like a cockroach, fire or bleach is best.
Alright, that's enough of that talk. Let's talk about something else.
What? But I'm talking about DMing.
That's what our infestation is, cockroaches, fun.
Ah, yay.
5 months of cockroaches. Yeah, I'd be out too. Bye.
Yeah, cockroaches are big beetles. I have a phobia of beetles.
Yep, he does not like beetles.
It's the only thing that can make me have a adrenaline reaction, not even that very often.
That's true, the cockroaches are edible. Lots of edible bugs. I looked this up for the book I'm currently writing, as a matter of fact. This should probably indicate the content. They rented out one of the apartments on Saturday without solving the issue? Huh. Yeah, I'd be gone. Clearly they have
Working
no
on
intention of
updating your
fixing it.
timeline for your game, eh? Kai? How's lapping to
Good
11?
job, Angstazi. Brilliant. Way to go. Keep on writing. I should be writing.
Yeah.
Instead I'm yapping.
I'm doing a writing stream half an hour after this stream ends.
Yeah. Doing more research on Pathfinder, and I'm liking what I'm finding so far. I like the system. I think it's a lot of fun.
First or second edition there, Bear? Or what did you say his nickname is?
Stormy.
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 Can't call you Stormy. Reminds me of my character, and she wouldn't like it.
Hey, Sable, I challenge you to do the next sprint. Okay, I will do that.
Okay, next sprint's coming up in 1 minute.
1 minute. All right, let's do this.
Right, you can redeem channel points. I think they're in there.
Karhu. Okay.
There we go. Sable redeem channel points.
Yeah, less talk, more write. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we got 30 minutes of less talk, more write. Okay. So I'm doing the next 2 sprints. Yeah. Is this what I'm doing? Okay. You're in the sprints, just saying, guys.
Okay, 30 seconds on the sprint.
3 of them. Well, that takes us pretty much to the end of the stream.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. All right, then. That's fine by me. The only exception is if Daz shows up, I gotta pay my dues. Oh, no, I'll talk to her just a sec. And I can write. Sorry, my mom called. Just a sec. I'll jump in as soon as I'm off the phone with my mom.
I can't tell you what to do with that there, Tulikaru. I've seen one game of... I have seen second edition. I've seen one game of it, but I really enjoyed it. Mollusca 401. Good for you. Yeah, it's not like you have a shortage of points there, Stretch. He broke 100,000 today. Which is bad, considering that I'm her husband and I only have 81,000. Okay, still got 13 minutes left on this sprint. Masadi's just redeemed 401 for House Mollusca.
Masadi's is making us, like, get our shit together here. Damn,
yeah, I watch
Muskins.
my own streams too, man. I got my Twitch running in the background. That way I can actually say things in my own name.
Yeah, it's just Ash that's not inside, Jamie. Is he giving you glares and smacking the thing? Our cat is having an argument about whether or not he should go outside. But it's too late.
He thinks
it's
he
almost
should.
dark.
We think not.
Okay, I'm putting on my music now so I can sprint.
Okay, you enjoy playing Pathfinder First Edition better, Kai? Okay. Why exactly? Just out of curiosity, what's better about First Edition and Second Edition? Ten minutes left on the timer.
Thank you.
Okay, that all makes sense. Those are good reasons, Kai. Right? Yeah, I don't have all the books for Second Edition either. Alright? I do have most of the books. Well, I have almost all the campaign books by Paizo. Over $1,000 worth of them anyways. See, my problem with it is that I've invested a whole butt ton of money in Pathfinder 1. Right? Well, I'm sure you don't have every 3.6 edition book, but you don't have enough room in your house. Cool. Earbuds for the win.
no, you're stuck.
Yeah, I
Go
enjoyed
salt in the
watching
bin.
that game.
Good kitty.
Yeah. Well, I got all the physical books too. Like, I had my roommate came into a settlement and decided that he wanted to do something nice for me and bought me $1,000 worth of Pathfinder 1 books. $1,000 American worth of Pathfinder 1 books. And so it came out to about $1,200 worth of Canadian. You got a Rules Maven every Tuesday and Friday there, and you can always get a hold of me on the Discord too, Rowan. Yeah, it was really generous of him. Yeah, he was like, just, well, we're more than roommates. We're brothers from other mothers, right? Like, I've known him for 25 years, right? And I've lived with him for 20. 21 now, actually. We moved into this house in 1999. Yes, you do, right? Get on that writing. Get on it. You heard me. Yeah, well, if they got data on their phone, I mean, like, email takes a little tiny bit of data. Or do they get any reception over at the other house? No, that's right, they don't. Yeah. Well, I always go with the best rule of all in a game, and that is, if I don't know, I'll make some shit up. Right? And that's how it's going to act until I know. So if I don't know what you have to do in order to make a trick on a horse that allows you to reach down and grab something off the ground at a full run, right? I'll make something up. You got to make a riding check and an acrobatics check, something like that. And that's how you have to do that from now on until I find a rule in the books or talk to somebody who knows. See, because I'm used to, like, sword and sorcery. Alright? The game Sword and Sorcery. Right? That's where I started. And that was 4 little pamphlets with 32 pages each in them. And that had all the rules for combat, spells, right? Monsters, everything. Yes, I have, and it's actually very, very good quality. Very good quality on print on demand on Revoke RPG. Yeah. Yeah, you see, that's what I started with in 1977. Yeah, 77. I was 6. By 79, I was already game master. Yeah, my cousin Ted picked up a copy of Swords and Sorcery at Gen Con 76, which is the only place that they ever came out with them, right? And it sat in his closet for a year and a half, right? Because he couldn't find anyone to play with, right? And then got me and his older brother into it. Oh, Jesus. We have 7 bookshelves in the house full of books, including one set of bookshelves that is over 14 feet long. Things you don't miss. Thaco.
Me neither.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I don't even have my box sets on bookshelves. I got them in the basement in like, what, 8 boxes worth? 8 large boxes worth of box sets. And this shelf right here, down here, this is all full of box sets too. Cool. Cool, Stretch. If I had more time, it's November, I have no time. Yeah, Rowan's not good with maths. Yeah, she's got a PDF collection of all my PDFs. Which includes just about everything ever PDF'd for 3.5 edition and a bunch of stuff that she's borrowed off of me for Pathfinder. Yeah, I need the physical copy too. I can't even use them anymore. Like, I only got one hand that works. This close hand doesn't work. It doesn't open. Right? So, like, I can't even manipulate books with a House Lappin 368.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah. 5e Fantasy Grounds collection, yeah. Right. I have 0 books for 5e. I'm expecting a couple of them in the mail at some point in time. Yeah, she lives in a tiny home. If we had to make tiny homes, we'd have one tiny home just for our books.
Fact. You call it the library.
Yep. It would just be bookshelves and easy chairs. Ashtrays. Well, going off screen again because it's that time again. Cold gin time again. I love goblins. Goblins are my thing. I've done lots of work on goblins in Sable's world.
Yep.
You should build a craft closet house. Then you can put your books in it and your craft stuff.
There you go.
Have a library and craft room. With a little fireplace in there. And
Wood stove.
yeah. Oh, it's not imbibing alcohol that I'm doing, it's imbibing cannabis, and yes, they do not like that on screen. It's legal in my country, but it was legal for me long before it was legal in my country. I take a lot of cannabis for pain and anxiety. I'm a quadriplegic. I'm just a highly functional one. Alright? And, yeah, they don't like me doing it on camera. Even though this is marked for mature street. Yeah, rocket stove. There you go. Awesome. You got one of those, though. Yeah, I'm sure you love a rocket stove right now there, Reg. Your kitchen heated up yet? Yeah, way more efficient than a typical wood stove. Oh, okay. I've always been a nice single malt whiskey. Always liked it. Scotch or... I like an Islay Scotch, preferably 16 years. Alright, double peat. Double malt. Or single malt. Yeah, it's not easy. Not too long to cook there. Kahuna's on there, by the way, if people wanted to go see Kahuna. You don't have to hang out with me, but I like it.
Kahuna is also collecting Game of Tomes points.
Yep,
So
if you're
if you
looking
would find
for,
that less distracting, you're welcome to do that.
Yeah, you're welcome to go over there and send points for him. Can you put his thing up on there? Kuna the Elder?
Oh, his link?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'm gonna lose this word war at this rate, I'm telling you. Mr. Goddess challenged me, she's gonna kick my ass here.
Oh, she's kicking your ass anyway.
Oh, probably. Oh, there's Kahuna's link. Well, we like your company
we like
too.
your company
I'm
too,
so
so-
glad you're here.
Yeah, I think Texas honey is overrated too.
I like BC honey. It's pretty good. I like the lavender honey especially.
I think he means whiskey.
Oh, whiskey. Okay. I don't know.
I like a Canadian Club honey whiskey. Or Tennessee honey whiskey is okay. Yeah, I think it's better than hanging in real life because you get to hang with more people. I like honeys too, but not generally in the liquor department. Well, in the liquor department maybe, but... Is it done? You have a beer that's flavored with blood orange and Texas honey. Wow. That sounds weird. Is it any good after? Like, you know, it's overrated, but is it any good at all? I just don't see blood orange and beer going together. Yeah? I don't like hoppy beers. I can't stand an India Pale Ale. Oh yeah. Where's Tin Whistle located now? They're not located in Penticton anymore. So I'd probably loathe it then. iPads make you sleepy? They make me sleepy if you hit me with one. Yeah, I hear ya. Caramius? Yeah, that's possible. Caramius is a place in the Kootenays Mountains in British Columbia. Yeah, I know what you meant. I was just making fun of your phone typing skills. catcher?
That reminds me. Is there... Oh. I thought someone said talking about video. Is there anybody there who can do like short captures of videos that they're watching on Twitch? Right? Because I would really like a, really short capture, like maybe 10 seconds total, of everybody's stream who is doing Game of Thrones. Something that people can do, I would really appreciate that. I have no technology to do that with. And preferably something that if they show their face on stream, we can see their face.
You know what scares me is when the clock on my computer, which is linked to the atomic clock, and the clock on my phone, which is linked to the atomic clock, don't read the same time and are out by more than a minute. That scares me. Yeah. Maybe there's a time delay in between my computer and my table. I'm like 45 seconds out of 6. Author God has clipped the old GM for you. Author guys just clipped the old GM for you.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thanks. Jesus, Kai Venator.
Hello.
Is Kai Venator and Kai Brightwing the same person, or are you related?
Just one moment here, I'm in the middle of a word sprint. Sprint must have ended by now. Did the sprint end? Can you not tell me?
I don't know. I don't know if we're on the same sprint. Oh yeah, no, you guys have sprinted right through 2 sprints. Got 2 minutes left on the next sprint. And there's the dinner bell. It says, there.
Such a way that you can download them. Oh, I didn't know. Okay, never mind. I can do this myself if you can do that. Okay, I downloaded that. King.
Ha 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 ha. And his old GM guys. So they got the old GM hat on.
Epic accounts.
Yep.
Although probably I should get one with you with the Undead Horde thing.
Yep.
I'll worry about that later.
You don't need to worry about that if I win. It's not like I can be taken out.
That's true.
Okay, talk to you later. We're gonna be off in 12 minutes, eh? And then I'll be back on in 42 minutes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what's for dinner tonight. Author got his lap in 229. You're in the break, by the way.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Okay, well I haven't recorded for like 2 sprints. Just a sec here. Of course, I didn't do that one. I had lots of distractions.
Yeah. So the author got his, obviously.
Yeah, it wasn't the talking, it was that there were other things going on, like Game of Thrones updates and stuff, so we're chatting about that. Okay.
Okay. 144 hours lap in.
Very much for challenging me to do that with you there, Author God. That's great. Much appreciated, because it forces me to...
Yeah, we got no time for another sprint.
It's fun, which is good. No, we don't. We don't have time for another sprint. That's true.
So I will turn off the sprint timer.
And thank you to all the people who redeemed Less Talk, More Write.
Yep. That goes from my writing streams too. If I start dabbling and you want to write, redeem some Less Talk, More Write, and we'll go back to writing.
Okay, I think I better shut this down now, because for myself, because I gotta go call the cats in and
Yep.
whatnot. But it's been a pleasure talking with you guys. Aaron's on here for another 10 minutes, and then we're gonna go raid Kahuna.
And then
I
I'll
may
be back on
in the
in
chat.
40.
Yeah, and then he'll be back on in 40 to do writing. So I will see you later. I will probably not see you at the next writing stream, but the later one that he's doing, I will probably see you with that.
Mhm.
Have fun, everybody.
So it was a short read then, eh? Stretch? Reading your article? Yeah, I can turn my mic up a bit now so that I out-volume the music at least. Ah. Well, two-timer my stream with Kuma's VODs. I'm just teasing you, mate. Just fucking with you. It's because his sister steals it. Talking about our cats. We got this big old Tom, then a young Tom who's almost as big as he is, right? And then this tiny little female cat, right? And she muscles the other two cats out of the way of the food. She eats more food than them, right? We call her the stomach that watches eating us at a house and home. She eats as much as the other two cats put together. Yeah, she reminds me of my teenage kids. Every time I turn around, she's eating. Are you forgetting again? Well, she can't weigh more than 2 pounds. She's just tiny. Yeah, it's like a kilo. You know, I wouldn't put it past that she's about a kilo. Well, get yourselves ready because we're going to raid in a couple of minutes here. Okay, I'm going to get this raid set up. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Didn't answer any DMing questions, I don't think, but hey, we young. Yeah, everybody went quiet. Lost a couple of viewers, and they're all over with Kuna now. So remember the raid shout if you're raiding with us. That is, prepare to be boarded. Alright, we are Sable's privateers after all. Thank you for streaming with me, and I'll see you all in half hour for Right with Aaron. Rage out.
Incoming! Welcome, Sable. And welcome, friends. Welcome to the Kahuna Help Stream. I am being boarded. We have Rowan and DM Stretch. Oh, did I say Sarukas? No, yeah, you're right. I didn't mean Sophototh. You're right. And Aaron is here. Welcome all. You just missed the last writing sprint. We're going to do one more here in about 5 minutes. We'll get one more in before the end of the stream. I am quitting at 5:30. I think the pizza just arrived. So, you know, I don't want my pizza to get cold. So welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Sable. Yeah, so we're keeping track of an election. We're writing. You know, typical stream. We're just going to kind of do everything because that's what we do.